Who knows you're pregnant? Are we ready? Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of our Irish Country Life here in the west coast of Ireland. I'm Nikolai, Scooter, this is my dear friend Angela. Hello. And our workaway here, Berkant from Germany. And so today for you guys, we're going to be building a lovely entrance into our Buddha walk, which if you're good enough to stay with us throughout the show, we'll show you what the end result looks like. Scooter is here to supervise, to make sure that we're doing everything with regards to health and safety, and we're using all the proper equipment. And then afterwards we're going to have some lovely Eton mess, a lovely refreshing dessert for this nice wonderful hot day. So Angela is our top designer for this. Hello. So all of it's going to be down to her, and Berkant is our top labourer. I have just injured my face cutting all the cherry laurel branches from the woods, and so we're going to get on with it now. I've mixed up some concrete, so we're going to set in these lovely cherry laurel branches into some concrete just to give us some support. So Scooter, is everything going to plan? Yes, okay, he said it is, so we'll leave it at that and we'll come back to you later, and then we promise you we'll give you a lovely tour of the Buddha walk also. So bye for now. We need to get back to work. Welcome back. Now I'm going to do you a little tour of the cottage garden. I named it the Cottage Garden. 5 years ago there was nothing here except all hedges and scrub and all rubbish that was here. So I cleared it all back with a digger and I started planting. I went to my friend in Screen and she gave me loads and loads of bits of plants. I spread them all out here on the gravel, watered them all, and myself and Chris spent the whole Easter weekend planting. We had no method to what we were putting. We didn't even know what we were putting. Chris was saying to me, what's this, what's this, what's that? And I said, I won't have any idea what it is until it flowers. This is the coach house, the main entrance to the coach house. When we moved to the house, there was no doors here. And it used to get very wet, and everything that I stored in there just used to get all wet with the rain, and the rain used to have like a tunnel effect and blow through. So I decided I needed to get some doors built, and I couldn't find anybody to build them. So I went and I bought the materials and I put them together myself. And I think I did a pretty good job. Anyway, it certainly kept the rain out, which is what I wanted to do. So that's the coach house doors. So over here, I'll tell you a little bit about what's in the cottage garden. So we have a lovely big leaf hosta here, which is called Empress Woo. And it's really lovely, and it's in a galvanized bin, which I like, and I need to do one on the other side as well, which I will. In some whiskey barrels here we have some rhododendron, we have a tree rhododendron, and in the bed here we have a lovely big rheum, we have some lady's mantle, a camellia mollis, we have some hydrangea, and we have this lovely cornuscusa called Wise Fontaine. And the flower is this beautiful star-shaped flower. It's a bigger flower than the normal cornuscusa. And it's only a baby. I only put it in last year, so this is its first full year of growing. So we've only got 2 flowers, I think, on it this year, but hopefully next year we'll have a few more. Here we've got a lovely big leaf hydrangea again. This is the Bellevue, and I just love the size of the leaf. In the whiskey barrels here I have some lovely tree ferns, which hopefully in the next couple of years they grow up so that you can see the bark, and they'll have the nice big fern. In here we have an old door which leads through to the courtyard, or so we make believe it does. It doesn't actually go anywhere, it's a fake door. As I said to you, in here there was no method to the planting. We literally had all the plants on the floor and we stuck them in the ground, and so we have a very big mixture of things in here. And actually, although it's called the cottage garden, it's actually very green up until now, and it starts to come a little bit later, maybe in July it starts to get the different colours. We have the lovely old rose which is over the stone wall. And in here we have some Cephalaria gigantica. We also have some ferns, some monkshood, another tree hydrangea. And here we have lots of aster, which, as it happens, it wasn't planned, but it's turned out to be a white aster right next to the Annabelle hydrangea, which is also big mop-head white flowers. And also we have a phlox in there, which is also white. So in another month, this is all white and it's really, really lovely. And the blue and white monkshood in at the back. And just now, while I'm in this part of the garden, I also draw your attention to the latest thing I've done inside the houses. We had the bottom panes of glass on the upstairs and the downstairs bathroom. We had them etched with our family coat of arms. So at the top, it's McGrath, which is my coat of arms, and at the bottom is Michael, which is Chris's coat of arms. And they turned out really nice. I'm very pleased. They were just the plain glass before, and I felt that anybody visiting the house who wanted to use the bathroom or workaways, etc., they always felt like somebody maybe was looking in at them using the bathroom. So I had them done just a few months ago. Over here we have a lovely old bench which my friend asked me would I take when she was moving house from Sligo, and I said not in your life, it was fit for the skip, and I brought it home. And I had a couple of young French workaways who had a couple of weeks where they couldn't do very much in the garden because it was really hot. And so I said to them, take this bench and just do whatever you can with it. I don't expect a miracle. And actually they brought it up beautiful. They burnished it back to the metal and they gave it a lovely coat of paint. And we angle grinded the feet because they were all broken and battered, and we made it straight. So behind me here we have a wisteria which I planted about 5 years ago. This year it flowered for the first time, but only a couple of flowers. It's not the sunniest position. It is now today, but normally it's not that sunny. Probably a mistake to put it there, but anyway, it's there and it's growing well, so we'll leave it. It in fact holds up this lovely rose bush, which a friend of mine gave me 4 years ago. She came to visit and she brought me a snip about this long. And I said to her, what will I do with that? And I said, what's it called? She had no idea. She said, just stick it in the ground and see what happens. If it dies, cut it back. And I did that, and 4 years later it's blooming and it's growing up through the wisteria, and it's actually growing up to the top of the house, which is lovely. In this border we have some purple monkshood, we have some rocket, we have some rogersea, we have some thalectrum, and we also have lots of Japanese anemone, which is beautiful. It's tall and it has the lovely pale pink flower a little bit later on. Over here we have another big leaf hydrangea, and I just love the way that the bark gets all old and gnarly and ruffled up, and I just love the ginormous leaves. And it's grown really nicely actually, because it's almost like canopade in 2 different parts, which is really nice. So that brings me to the end of my tour of the cottage garden, and now we're going to try our Eton mess. And okay, you guys, so we've just taken a break from the fence for the Buddha walk, and now I'm going to just start getting the stuff ready for the Eton mess, which I'm going to treat my workers to a little later. So here I've got some lovely Irish keeling strawberries. So we're going to just take the stalks out, and my lovely sister-in-law Helen bought me this as a gift. It's a little strawberry pither to take out the pits from the strawberries. So we're just going to take out the pits from the strawberries, and then we're going to lacerate them in a little bit of sugar just to take the very, very sourness. We're not going to put too much sugar because we're going to have sugar in the meringue. So we're going to just add a small amount of sugar, and that will literally lace through the strawberries and help to create a nice juicy syrup to have with the Eton mess. So the strawberries have been washed, and my hands have been washed because I've been out working on that fence, and now we're literally just going to quarter them. So quarter them all. Also here next to me I have a bowl, and inside the bowl is some double cream for whipping, and then I also have some shop-bought Tesco's Finest meringues. You can use any brand of meringue. I actually particularly like the Tesco's Finest ones. They have that gooey center, which is nice. So now all the strawberries have been quartered. We will add a small amount of sugar, and then we will set them aside in the fridge and just let them lacerate with the sugar. So that should be enough. Just a couple of tablespoons of sugar on there should be fine. And then we'll get on with whipping our cream, and we'll also put that into the fridge, and then that can be getting ready. And this is a very simple, quick, easy, delightful dessert. In fact, my sister-in-law in Cyprus uses it quite often when she's got guests coming for dinner and she can't be bothered to make anything cooked. She'll throw this together and everybody loves it. It's a lovely, lovely dessert, especially for this time of the year when the strawberries are lovely and ripe. So once we have our cream whipped, we'll pop it in the fridge with the strawberries, We'll leave it there for an hour and I'll assemble the Eton mess a little bit later, and then we'll gather around the table and we'll enjoy eating. Right, so the entrance to the Buddha Walk is starting to take shape. We have a lovely Gothic archway here. Martha's going to make us something very beautiful to hang from the middle, and the early stages of the branches are starting to go on. These are just held on with wire, and later I will be getting some lovely old rope, and we'll be Hessian rope, and we'll be using that to cover up any of the wire that you can see. We've just set the posts in a little bit of stone with some concrete mixed, just for these big ones for extra support. The little ones will be okay because they will strengthen the structure as they tie together. The guys are still all alive and well, and everything's going to plan. There's been no arguments as yet. Nobody's been beheaded to stick on any of the statues. So all is going well. And now I'm going to go and make us some food because we're all hungry. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to assemble the Eton mess now, and we've taken our bowl of fresh cream out of the fridge. We've got our strawberries, which have macerated nicely, and they're lovely and sticky. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to crush some meringues into the cream. And we've got some lovely cocktail glasses, which we're going to serve it in. And just mix the meringues in with the cream so you get that lovely crunchy texture with the lovely soft velvety cream. So I reckon 4 meringues should be enough for 6 people. And now we will add our strawberries. And make sure you get all that lovely gooey syrup there as well. And just fold them in nicely into the cream. And then just take a spoonful, pop it into your glass, making sure you get both meringue, strawberries, and then just a little Turkish delight over the top. You can serve this in whatever you like. I'm just choosing to serve it in the glasses. I think it looks pretty. Come on, Scoot. Now it's time to enjoy some Eton mess. Will, Angela's is strawberries and cream. Which one is strawberries and cream? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in the kitchen. I haven't brought it yet. Anna.
Well, I guess I am having one. Yeah. Look how beautiful. No,
let me just check. That one's. Has that one got meringue in it? Yeah. That's not Angela's one.
Like, where's mine?
Well, I'm going to try. Probably manage it okay.
Yeah, you got a microphone clip and everything?
Mm-hmm. You're looking at professional here. It's such a simple, quick, easy dessert. I showed Chris's sister in Cyprus how to make it. She makes it for everybody now.
I do like the meringue, but it's not sugar. I'm taking these spoons too.
I know they're my favorite purchase from Turkey. Okay, you guys, so our structure is finished. There's a little bit more finalizing to do. We have to get some more rope from the hardware store tomorrow as I run out. But it's looking good. I hope you agree. And it's just given this lovely Buddha walk a little bit of definition for the entrance. And so, thank you for watching. And please don't forget, like and subscribe and leave a comment for us. And we look forward to seeing you next week. So from Nikolai, Scooter and Chris, bye-bye.